Not the 2 pair you're thinking of.
He needs a jack. He needs a 6. He needs a 10. He needs an 8. He needs a 7. That's a lot of outs.
16 total.
You and I think he's getting there?
I think so.
Yo, Ginge Poker here. I'm going to be breaking down some high stakes poker hands and giving you a professional's insight in how to play poker correctly. So get a notepad out, take some notes, drop a like on this video if you haven't already, and if you disagree with anything I say, please let me know in the comments down below. Let's get on with the video. And he looks like he's come to play now that he's lost some chips.
Here we go, boys.
With the limp with 7-6 off.
Just 2.
Helmet Flint's behind the
limp
king
pots
9
on Alan
hearts.
Keating's watch.
Not this.
Papalapatier defends the big blind.
Juice out for an extra
defends the big
2,000.
blind with queen 9 off.
Doing so
and
sheds
Keating makes a
on
raise.
the king 9.
Old, I don't know if I
fair.
call it the bad hand.
And then we go through it to the flop.
Just to gamble it up and see what happens. I check.
So Keating goes with the snap check second pair. Everyone
Flops the
checks.
kings, decides to check.
I think Keating. Okay, so I'll show you the turn. Turns of 5. I was going to say Keating should be doing a lot, still doing a lot of checking. I don't think we're going to get called by much worse here. And we have enough showdown to keep going. Sachs, however, when he checks to him with a gut shot, wouldn't mind a bet here, and then to barrel off on a lot of rivers.
Sachs picks up a gut shot straight draw on the turn.
So
And
check,
gets
and there it
on the
is.
river, 4 to a wheel on board.
Now, I wouldn't have hated a small bet from Keating on the river, but also don't mind the check. Sachs now with the sizing against the players I'm playing against here. I think they're going to be relatively more inelastic than, say, a good player would. A good player is going to pick up on my sizing a lot more here, whereas a bad player is just going to be like, either believe me or not believe me. So I'm going to probably choose a quite large sizing, probably like 5,500 at least versus bad players. Versus good players, I might choose a very small sizing, try and make it look like I'm value betting, like sometimes like jacks, and maybe get them to call all their kings. But we'll see what Sachs does. I don't think King's ever going to fold the king anyway, which is why I'd go big against him.
Start this hand. God.
6,000. Hasn't snap called, but he's probably going to call. I don't think this guy has a fold button.
I don't like to think too much.
Whoa!
Oh, he needs to know so badly. I could see a Keating can't handle not
That's
knowing.
Sachs' image
I didn't
working
know, you didn't
against
know.
him there.
But you needed to know.
No, I know now.
You do?
I know now.
Say, somehow had a deuce, I guess.
You would have shown the bluff.
I'm not sure why they're showing us this leaderboard stuff. Like, who cares? Like, I only care about how much profit they're in. I don't give a shit that Papalapatier's got 154k stack. Like, what if he sat in with 200k? Like, this is a pointless stat to show me. That would have been so much better. They just put the plus and minuses next to everything.
Back to Las Vegas, where the table is once again pointing out just how tight Phil Hellmuth has been before the flop.
He is going to put 200 over there for every time you enter a pot. Right now,
That was an hour ago,
as you
and
see, there's
zero.
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 Zero, you nit baller.
Nit ball.
Nit
ball.
And how many flops? By the way, it's only been like 17 hands.
All right, but guys,
17 hands.
let's do a slow roll bounty on
Been
Phil.
17.
1,000 a person.
Whoever felt him gets $1,000. If you felt him, you get $1,000 from the other 5 players.
No. If you felt him, you get 5,000. If you just slow roll him in a pot, you get 1,000.
No. Listen, if you're gonna make up rules like that, I object. But if you want to pay, if you want to say,
Object to other people making agreements?
yes,
You're not in the
because
bet.
it's not fair.
Guys, I will pay you
It's not
1,000 to
fair.
slow roll him.
All right, this is Shema.
Okay,
This is
5,000
just
to
a
felt him, but 1,000 to slow roll him.
Wow. All right.
No. You accept. I object to that. You'll pay. You'll give it to them who has to give it to Second Harvest Food Bank.
No. We're already collecting. Well, we're at zero, but theoretically, we're collecting.
All right, hold on.
I reserve the right to quit then, Shema. The last time I tried to quit
Oh
in
my
an active
God.
game
All
with
right.
you said Phil.
Let's just
I
go
flew
with-
down here to play.
Philip, you will be fired from our game. As a court jester.
Yes. Oh, court jester.
There will be no more playing.
No more Phil Hellmuth tax. I like it.
Oh, I guess
Take the Phil Hellmuth tax out of the game. We're all going to be up.
Pretty funny they're just giving Phil a load of shit. They're putting a bounty on him.
You gotta
they're
look at
putting a
Alan
slow roll
Keating and
amount
his
on him.
creativity as he 3-bet with 9-6 offsuit. Here.
Right, so let's have a look what's going on here. Pre-flop, let's rewind it. Let's actually follow the action this time. So it looks like it goes, Keating defends the small blind, Sachs then raises pocket tens, and Gurley, who'd limped in with king 8, does call, and Keating calls as well, and we go
Phil
through to
Hellmuth
the
tax. I
flop.
like it.
Oh, I guess.
Take the Phil Hellmuth tax out of the game. We're all going to be up. Totally
Keating doesn't vote
rebalances
free.
the budget.
I'm quitting.
You got to look at Alan Keating and his creativity as he 3-bet with 9-6 offsuit. Here he is with 9-4, flopping
There's the
to
9-4.
pair up against David Sachs, who he has just held over all session long.
So I'm liking the c-bet here with tens. I like the decent sizing versus some of these players. King 8's obviously getting out of the way, and I want to see a pretty decent sized check raise here. And if he sizes it just right, I think Sachs is just going to rip over him. So he makes it like 7,500. I think it'd be 8,000, something like that.
Sachs with the overpair here in real trouble.
I'm not done with
Got to
you
be in a
yet.
pot to play.
I'm not done with you yet.
And again, as I can.
How many hands have you played in the last 17?
7,000.
like
Tries to make
4
it very
or 5.
casual.
You can see
7,000.
there, Zero.
Let's
right
see if
there.
Sachs goes for the raise. Honestly,
I
here the
think
10 of
a
clubs makes a
reasonable
big difference
compromise is
because you're
if
less
you felt-
scared if you've got a club in your hand, it's less likely he's check raising you with a draw. Not unlikely, not completely unlikely, but less likely. Plus, you have more equity when you know if you check raising 9-4, we can hit the backdoor flush. So we want to kind of see more cards here, and the 10 of clubs means we can call more. If we got 10 of hearts, 10 of diamonds, then maybe we want to jam more. That's just how to think about it.
Old Phil Hellmuth. The other 5 players will give $1,000, or the 4 players will give $1,000 to that player.
Why 1,000? Why can't we do like 5K?
Because he's going to think that it's going to just change the game.
It will.
I know.
Yep, just find the all in.
Oh my God, here we go, folks. Well,
What's up? 2-pair.
Not the 2-pair you're thinking of.
The old San Francisco 49er hand.
You must just have my number tonight, no?
Here it comes. So
I think Sachs is going to win one of these. What do you think?
100%.
Yep. Okay.
Here he is all in for 36.5 and then
That's
he
about.
No.
4 fills up
Two
Keating
outs.
and
Oh,
now
my
it's
bad.
just 2 outs.
10
Instead of
diamonds or
5.
the 10 of...
Ford gets them there too.
Keating locks up the first board.
Saxy poo. What are you going to do?
One for Keating. Is the 8 of clubs coming? Oh, 8. He needs a jack. He needs a 6. He needs a 10. He needs an 8. He needs a 7. That's a lot of outs.
16 total.
You and I think he's getting there?
I think so.
If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It really, really helps the channel. Nope.
Ouch.
Ouch. Nice hand.
Wow.
All right.
Wealth redistribution.
It's time to bring in Steph.
You need to take a walk? You need a walk?
May have to take a walk.
He did take a walk. This is our second hand from the break.
I think you got to come in for another. We'll let you short buy for 10K. I think it's the right move. I'll be honest. Don't go to the blackjack table. That's not the right move.
Could do a confession.
It's sexy to walk. I don't blame him, to be honest.
Chamath and Keating are the big winners.
Again, don't let your ego rule your table. Even if you're a very good player and this is happening to you, like I'm not saying Stacks has played perfect, but he hasn't played that bad, and he is down chunks. He's running really bad versus the whale, which is Alan Keating, and Alan's just running incredible. That's going to happen to you sometimes, but you want to be in the game with this guy, but clear your head first and come back. Kalanakis limps in, Helmut limps in behind.
You should have raised, because if you raise enough, you can save 200.
Oh, yeah. You should, like, start opening your jacks pre-flop. Yeah, thank you.
So a little bit of a dynamic there that Helmut just pointed out is saying the king should be raising more pre-flop, because if he checks, Helmut gets to see the flop, and then he owes him $200. So
It's true, I do limp with my jacks.
Check.
3-way limp.
Helmut obviously setting up that dynamic so he can limp behind more to do some more limp trapping, which is what he loves to do.
Pair of 3s for Helmuth. Currently in front, but Kalakanis has the queen high club draw.
Kalakanis just checking here when he's made a flush draw. I think in limp pot you want to be super extra stabby. People are going to be super wide, including the big one. He's playing 82 cards, as you can see. I think Kalakanis can just see bet and just take this pot down, which is fantastic. And if not, we can try and make a flush. Helmut has the right idea here, just stabbing here. But at the end of the day, I actually prefer to stab less with the ace-3 for reasons I've mentioned in other videos. Like if you keep in like the ace-10s and the ace-9s and all that kind of stuff, actually hitting an ace can be really good for you. But then again, a 3 does need some protection, and you want to be over stabby in these small pots. So let's see what happens. I don't like a check raise from Kalakanis in a check raise pot. Sorry, in a limp pot, just because we're just going to make pots big with weak draws. And right now we can just check call, but I would have preferred him to just bet.
Is being mean or what? Yeah, for sure. Definitely so.
But again, very passive here from Kalakanis. You want to be a bit more
World's
aggressive and start winning pots.
Now it's queen.
I'll just go check, check. Oh, there it is. Kalakanis is going to definitely value this, or should be, to try and target against Jack X, and can just represent like a 4-5, 7-4 type bluff. Then you can go fairly big, like 1200 plus here, and then Phil should definitely be raising. If Phil snap calls here, it's really bad.
Checked one in front and now is betting. Roasted.
7,000.
22, and he does raise. Nice. And now, when Phil raises here, forget like what value hands you can have. It doesn't matter. Like if he's got a value hand, you're losing. Just think, what bluffs does he have? And if he has no bluffs, you have to fold. That's the end. That's the end. Don't even have to worry about what his value hands are. Just assume value hands beat you. And just if you can think of a bluff, like what does he bluff here? Like what is he doing? What is he going to go limp behind, stab flop, check turn, and then raise your big river bet with a bluff? Like name a hand that is a bluff here. And the answer is there isn't one. And that's it. End of hand, fold. Oh, but it's Phil Helmuth. He might represent the 3. No, he won't. He just got a 3.
$5,400 more to call.
Very stubborn call if he calls.
Jason
He's not
has
raising a
been
jack.
Close to the tightest player in the game thus far, but he's up against what many would presume to be the tightest.
Don't give him the money.
And why don't you just give him your money?
A rejam be interesting. Yeah, good fold. Nice.
Oh no.
Good
that's
fold.
a bluff, Phil.
Just do it faster.
Don't,
On a bluff.
don't show it, Phil.
I never show my bluffs ever.
That was a bluff for sure.
Nope.
Wow. You turned queen. Wow.
I thought there was a bluff reward.
And that's the end of this episode. If you like this, please like and subscribe. If you disagree with what I say, please comment down below.